Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Gregory Laporte for GamerFitNation.com, and today I'm bringing you one of my most anticipated reviews of the year, and that is Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 is being published by 2K Games, being developed by Gearbox Software. The review is being reviewed on the PlayStation 3, and it's also going to be available on the Xbox 360 as well, and PC. The release date is September 18, 2012, and the genre is an FPS/RPG hybrid. The game is retailing for $59.99, and you know what? Enough of me talking about the frivolities about this cheap stuff in the beginning. Let's get on to what you guys want to see, the review. Oh yeah. Borderlands 2 takes place 5 years after the events of the first game. You are pinned against Handsome Jack, an evil tyrant of the Hyperion Corporation. After the ending events of the previous game, the original four Vault Hunters started a chain of events that put Pandora's existence in the balance. Handsome Jack now seeks the true treasure vault of Pandora, and you have been tasked with the charge to kill the evil corporation leader. During the story and the gameplay, you will come across many familiar faces from the previous game, like Claptrap, Scooter, and at some point in time, the original four Vault Hunters from the previous game. The game will not give you any time to get yourself reacquainted, and that's what makes this game great. As soon as you start, you take off running. There's action, there's gunfire, there's new enemies, there's chaos. This is everything that Pandora was in the first one, and now that they're bringing it back, it's being completely made into a truly epic storyline with a truly epic experience. This is pretty much one of those games that you're going to want to play from beginning to end by yourself or with friends to just enjoy the thrill ride that you'll be seeking. If you haven't played Borderlands 1, you're not going to worry about feeling left out in the storyline. They pretty much explain everything in the beginning cinematic that you just saw, so it kind of leads up to the storyline of this one and why you're going back to Pandora and what's really happening. So you shouldn't feel like left out. Newcomers are gonna. It's very accessible for newcomers, and they're gonna want to play it a lot. And it's a fun game. I mean, during the game you meet a lot of fun characters. There's Claptrap. There's Sanctuary, where you meet a ton of new characters with a ton of new missions that you can do. The side quests are fun. There's also variety in the missions. There's really a slew of new and exciting features that they've incorporated within this title that made it something really special and something really great. I mean, while you're playing the game, most games you get bored of a certain mission or you feel like missions are repetitive. What makes Borderlands 2 a great game and so much fun is that the fact that it has a great gameplay aspect to it. The shoot and loot and feature that you play in this game is really great. There's a gazillion guns that you can collect. There's skins that you can unlock for your character. You have the opportunity to make this character and this game your own. There's nothing that really stops you in the game from doing so, and the only thing I can say that would stop you is the enemies themselves, because you need experience points to level up and to be able to make that perfect assassin class or perfect skill class set. There's so much that you can do gameplay wise. The weapons are fun. You find very interesting weapons and a variety of weapons that can burn people, weapons that provide corrosive damage, alien technology, futuristic weapons. There's really so much weapons that you get in the game, and the game just makes it mad fun to play. I mean, where this game excels at is in the multiplayer aspect, playing the game with your friends and it getting harder as you go along, and you finding more weapons and more loot and more gold and more money, just hoarding everything for yourself and between friends and competing and battling each other. It's a really fun aspect and it's very entertaining, and it provides a lot of replayability for those that want to keep playing the game long. You also have new ranks such as the badass ranks that allow you to gain badges, and these badges allow you to equip your character with permanent upgrades that stay on that profile. So if you're using your profile, which is your PSN ID, and your profile has a whole bunch of badges, whenever you use that profile with another character, what happens is that character gets all those permanent stats. So what happens is if you have melee attack, recoil, gunfire, firing rate, like level like 5 or whatever, and they have a percentage of +5. What then happens when you pick a new character and start a new game? That character will carry over all of those badass stats, and he'll become even powerful starting off at level 1. So it's a benefit for you to have these badges, and it makes it get incentive for playing the game much longer, because you're gonna wanna make the strongest level 50th character that you can get, or maybe they might extend the levels as we get sooner on to like level 60, maybe 65. I know they did that in the original game. I can't promise anything yet, but it's a potential. If you look at one of the trophies for reaching level 50, it's hinted at possibly, but we don't know anything for sure. There's also a whole bunch of weapons to find. This character class skill set tree, you can make a character all around or spread out. It's whatever you really want to do, how you want to make this character your own. And through that gameplay and through the repetition and through the optional missions and everything that you experience while playing the game, it brings a nice fun factor that you're going to want to play with this game with friends and just a co-op buddy by your side. It's really fun, and it's truly a great catch for you to have and play. And I mean, the gameplay is spectacular.
Oh, you know what? I am so sorry. I just forgive me. Where's your husband now?
He's dead.
That is a heartbreaker. But you got
The
something in
presentation
common
in
with him,
Borderlands
at
2,
least.
I have to say, is top notch. In part 1, I thought the graphics were pretty okay for a new IP, but I have to say, seeing the new updated graphics for the concept style, art style that they have in this game, I was literally blown away. Everything looks crisp and clear and smooth and sexy, and the only really issue I had with the game was that with a game of this size and scale, and with different areas and how massive and the amount of things that are in the game, the only problem of a game of this size is something that we all should know, and that's the rendering. When you enter an area or you teleport into another area, rendering is kind of it takes a little while. I mean, it loads up and you can play and you can go and kill enemies. You can get experience. You can go collect loot and whatnot and everything like that. But what happens is you'll tend to notice the textures in the background aren't fully loaded. I mean, it's not something that is going to hinder your overall experience. It's not a game breaking aspect. It's just something that's really noticeable, and it gets kind of annoying at times when you're playing the game and you're progressing and you're uploading a spot and you're trying to see if that's a character you have to fight, and then you're looking at it and it just loads up too late and he starts shooting at you and you're like, oh boy. It's just something that is a hindrance to a very perfect game. And then also there's some minor technical issues. I mean, there was a couple of times where I had my car that I was driving in the game, it got stuck in a tree or stuck in a mountain some strange way. I would try to knock it out by hitting the wheels, but that would give me some issues too. It's just small minor glitches to an overall great game. Really kind of, it hurts it a tiny bit, but it doesn't really break the game. It still maintains its fun factor. It still has that ability to draw you in and be very persuasive and perceptive. The second aspect of the game, of the presentation, that I found really interesting was the fact that the character models are very well done. The cities and the areas you adventure in look wonderful. And thirdly, the voice acting and dialect between characters is superbly amazing and interesting, and there's a lot of funny points that you'll see in the game, and a lot of dialogue and a lot of like overly blatant innuendos of what they want you to do at a certain time. It has that comic relief and comic feel to the game, and I honestly really enjoyed that. I found myself laughing at times at sad situations which normal people wouldn't be laughing at. But I have to say, it really brought me in and drew me into an overall great game, and I really enjoyed that.
This is
And I really
unusual.
think that
The
If you're gonna be playing this game and you're gonna be listening for dialogue and you like the characters, you like the way everything lays out before itself, and you're like very graphics wise, you're gonna really enjoy the presentation of this game. I honestly believe that.
Rue the goddamn day it messed with us. We're gonna make the firehawk choke to death on his own feces.
Dude, ew.
I have to say, I was extremely impressed with Borderlands 2. All the way from the storyline to the gameplay to the presentation, there is honestly so much content and so much to do. The graphics look phenomenal. There's a great cast of characters. There's a slew of new gameplay features and content. And the most of all important factor of this game has to be the loot and the multiplayer experience, because this game is huge on multiplayer and it's a great fun game when you're playing it with your friends, chatting it up, killing some people and getting some money. It's honestly a great game, and I have to say I'm glad that you all can enjoy it here on GamerFitNation, whether you're watching a review or you're reading the written portion. Well, you know what? Since I've done so much talking, here is some footage of Borderlands 2, voice-free and, well, voice-free, so please enjoy this for your viewing pleasure. Enjoy! Borderlands 2 is a wonderful game. Many games seem to lose their way with sequels, but it appears that Gearbox Software has found the right formula for giving the people what they desire. The depth, weapons, and replay value will have you playing this game for months and possibly years to come. DLC will be coming out with a new character named the Necromancer Gage, so extending your time with this game will treat you very well. This is truly a contender for Game of the Year. If this game is not on your wish list, I suggest you write another letter to Santa ASAP, because this is one title this holiday season you're not going to want to be missing out on. With my final score, Borderlands 2 strikes the vault by storm, landing a whopping 9 out of 10. This is truly a masterpiece of gaming greatness and one of the best titles of the year by far. I'm expecting many Game of the Year accolades to be won by Borderlands 2 because it is pure, unadulterated fun. And if you don't believe me, then I honestly feel entirely really sad for you, because you're going to be missing out on such a great game. And I know I said it before, but I'm saying it again. Borderlands 2, published by 2K Games, developed by Gearbox Software, gets a 9 out of 10. You don't see that often. Check out the game. Enjoy it. Gregory Laporte, GamerFitNation. Peace. Well, guys, that's it for our review. I'm GamerFitNation's Gregory Laporte. I hope you enjoyed it. Like the video, leave your comments below, and let us know your thoughts. Be sure to follow us on all of our social networks, our Facebook, our Twitter, our YouTube, or even our Google Plus page. We would love to talk to you more. So if you liked us, subscribe to us and enjoy us. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.